Hey guys, it's Kelly Ann, and it is Saturday morning. And I'm been up for almost 2 hours, but I haven't been doing anything. I've been laying in bed. Oh my gosh, sorry. I've been laying in bed, watching like YouTube and checking like messages and whatnot, like on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook and all that stupidness. So, let's get into it. I have made some purchases this week. And actually, I made a few last week too, but they were digital. I don't always say everything that I buy, and it's not a requirement to say everything that you buy, but two, it's not because I don't want to. It's flat out I forget because sometimes they're digital and I just don't think about it. So one of the ones that I got last week, and I'm not even going to attempt to say the designer's name, but I believe it's a Russian designer on Etsy, and she has some really cute patterns. And it's not Cute Patterns by Maria. It starts with a P. I said I wasn't going to attempt, but it's like Puncho or something like that. Anyways, I'll put the name in the down bar below. But she came out with, like 2 weeks ago, she came out with a new, or I don't know, she came out with a Doctor Who pattern that's kind of like the clothing of all the doctors from since 9. And so it's 9 to 13, and it was so cute, and I thought it was great that it included 13. It's one of the first ones that includes 13 that I liked. So I did get that, and that's one that I really want to start soon. I did jump on the bandwagon and get the little tarot cards, so waiting on the third one of those. And Emma Congdon came out with a new pattern like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. And it's in Cross Stitch Crazy, the December edition. And I'm not going to wait until December for bookstores in America to have it. So I already had the app before. And so I got the digital copy, but she came out with a pattern that is kitchen conversions. And I've been looking at kitchen conversion patterns for a really long time. And actually, I bought one of the digital magazines the beginning of the year, maybe the end of last year, where she did a similar kitchen conversions pattern. But this one seems to be like more inclusive. And the one previous was only in the metric system. So it would have been a lot of converting, like the information, which I don't mind doing, but I don't know how accurate it would be. And so this one includes both. It includes US and metric, which I think is fantastic. And like some of them, the metric numbers are the darker color and the American standard is the lighter color. So I'm just going to flip those so that way the American standard is the darker, because that's going to be the one that I'm going to need to read probably the most often. But it's really cool because like there's like a weigh scale, there's like a measuring cup for liquids. There's a little oven, so it does like temperature conversion. So it's really neat. So if you have a pattern that's from somewhere else outside of the US that uses metrics, you can still possibly use it. I mean, there's going to be a few things that you probably still have to somehow calculate, but the like majority of like the calculations and stuff that would be in metrics, you would have a conversion chart. So The other one was more of like, how much is in an ounce, how much is whatever. This is like straight up metric to US conversion chart, which I think is really great. So I think maybe eventually I'll do both, but this one's really, really, really cool. So I bought that so because I wanted that. And then I made 2 purchases. One from, was it Needle Case Goodies? I made one on Etsy, I believe from Needle Case Goodies, and then I made one on 123 Stitch. So I just basically said like, screw it, it's my birthday, I've been wanting these charts. So the one for Needle Case Goodies, I got the new Brenda Gervais Candy Cane Wishes, which is the same as the Witch, the Peep, and I keep on calling it a peep, it's a chick, and the Santa, the circle ones, but it's a snowman. And I want to coffee tea dye over dyed blue fabric because I think he would look really cool on blue fabric. Kind of like snow, dirty snow. I don't know. Anyways. And what else? I got something else with that one too. Oh, I got the new Heartstring Samplery festive Christmassy fobs. And then my 123 Stitch order, I went ahead and I got Feast of Friendship because I've really been wanting it. I really want to start that in the new year because I want to change it from saying Feast of Friendship to Welcome Friends because it's kind of like the vibe of like my entryway because my entryway leads into my living room but also leads directly into like my formal dining room. And it's kind of like the colors of my formal dining room. My formal dining room is like a brighter blue colored wall on 3 walls and like a terracotta orange on 1 wall. So it's like really like this mixture of like bright and warm. And that's kind of the vibe that I get from this pattern. So I wanted to say Welcome Friends. And there's a small little tiny skinny wall as soon as you walk in through the front door that the outdoor light switches on right before it leads into that room. And I think it would be literally the perfect size once framed to go like right there as soon as you like walk in. So I really want that pattern for right there because right now nothing is there and it looks really weird. What else did I get? It's by Little House Needleworks and it's called The Angel Sang, I believe. But it is an angel and it has part of the lyrics of the Gloria hymn. So I really liked that. I also was tempted to get Little House Needleworks Bethlehem, but I held off for now. And then I got one more thing. Why can I not think of it? Oh, I got the Noah's Ark Part 5. Because I am going to start the Noah's Ark series on my December wheel. So, anyways, I don't have any of those except for the digital ones, but I'm filming on my phone at the moment, so I can't really show you what they look like. But anyways, those are like my purchases this week, kind of like as a birthday present to myself. The physical ones are not here yet. The ones from 123 Stitch have shipped, so they might be here today or Monday. And then the other ones were pre-orders, so I'm sure I'll get them sometime like end of next week. So they might all be here for next week's video. Not really sure. Anyways, today is my party. So I actually have to like kind of be quick, and I'm not being quick at all. I'm just so tired at the moment, and just looking really fabulous. Anyways, my house is pretty much completely clean. I just have a few odds and ends to do and pre-cook some of the food. like I'm making some casseroles and stuff for dinner and for tomorrow for breakfast. So I'm just going to cook the meat this morning. So we just have to put them together. So that way I'm not like full out cooking while people are here. But I just have to layer it and pop it in the oven. And so just a few odds and ends, and I did all of my laundry last night, so I just need to put all that away just that way it's done and that kind of stuff. So it's just like some odds and ends that I need to do. But it's 9, well, it's almost 9 in the morning, and one of the people coming is coming a few hours early. So she's going to help me do a couple of the last minute things. So I'm not too worried. Anyways, let's talk about actual stitching. I feel like that's enough like life update. I do know what my birthday present is, and it is going to be the thing that I was hoping that it was going to be, which will allow me to do a whole lot more for my channel, which is so exciting. It's camera plus other things, but I'll be able to go back to being able to like really edit my videos the way that I want to edit them, and I'll be able to do like more exciting things. So that I've been wanting to like play with and try. And like I said in last time's video, if it's not really your thing, that's okay. Things are still going to be properly labeled and all that. But I am so into creating and designing in computer programs. Something that I don't talk about very much is my job. And I am an IT trainer, and so I do teach live physical classes on like Microsoft products and like in how to best efficiently use them to employees across the state. But and also like our special in-house designed applications. But I also create e-learnings, interactive e-learnings, and like webinar type development things. So I have to like program, like one of my projects, I had to make my own question slides because the built-in ones weren't working the way that we wanted them to. And there's like a lady on the slide who looks like puzzled or whatever. And whenever you answer, if you submit it, if you get it wrong, she like gives you a thumbs down and tells you like why, or gives you kind of like a hint at what the answer may be. And then you can like reset the question or retry, and if you get it right, she gives you a thumbs up, and then your only option is to continue on. And all of that had to be programmed and all that kind of stuff. And so a lot of that I had to teach myself how to do, and it's basically just like constantly solving a puzzle, and I thrive off of that. I love playing with stuff. I love figuring out how to make like animation and stuff like that, and it's really neat. Like if you want to make like kind of like a video, you can make it in PowerPoint, save it as a video, and then insert it. It just, there's so much that you can do with all these different programs that you don't typically think that's how I should utilize it, but you totally can. And that's just the way that my mind just loves to work. So this thing that I got for my birthday, or I'm getting for my birthday because it's being delivered today, I'm so excited. It has all of those tools and capabilities plus some, so I'm literally just going to get to play around all the time and just be creating all the time, which for me is just the best thing for me and like my brain. And I want to share that with y'all because some of it may be really interesting to some of y'all. And so I'm hoping to incorporate that a little bit in all of my videos to some degree, whether that's like a better intro to like my videos or whatever. I don't know. I'm just ready to like deep dive and play, and then get excited and like release it out and see what people think and whatnot. And it's the only reason for doing it is because it makes me happy, honestly. I don't try to do all these fancy things for more subscribers or more views or whatever. I mean, all that stuff is nice, but I've said this before, guys, and y'all know this if you've been following me for a while. I am fine with staying small. I don't really care. I do this because I love it, and I want to do crazier things, not for any popularity award or anything like that. It's solely because it just brings entertainment and joy to me. And sometimes, you know, other people enjoy that kind of stuff too. So why not share talents, right? So anyways, all that being said, let's actually show some stitching, because that's what y'all are all actually here for. So I did not get, I'm going to kind of go backwards. I'm going to talk about what I'm currently working on. But this is, I'm going to finish the page that I'm on, which is the same page that I've been on. But I'm almost done with it. I'm going to finish this before my party starts, and then I'm starting Yellow Submarine. Just kidding. I may do one more tiny page, but it literally has 2 or 3 rows of stitching. So I'm finishing up this page right here. I don't have a whole lot left, and I'm in a very confetti heavy area. And so basically this week has been crazy, nothing but meetings and everything at work, and I've forgotten to eat lunch at least 3 times this week. So whenever I get home, I'm just incredibly tired and can't really do anything about it, because I've been preparing for my party this weekend and having people over. So I've just kind of all week been a chicken with its head cut off. And so I didn't get to work on this as many days as I wanted to, like maybe 2 days so far, honestly. So I've only still been working on the page that I was still working on. So I have, if you can see it, I have a little bit left in here. I have 2 colors left to finish. I have the gray and I have the brown, and I color converted mine, by the way. They were supposed to be grays and browns, but more purpley based grays and browns, and none of those were in my kit at the time. They were in whips somewhere. So I'm doing it with more actual brown, cream-based browns. So I just have a little bit left. So I should be able to get this page finished. And then the very bottom of the pattern, there's like these 3 little rows that come off of right here and are the base of the pattern. So I'm going to try and finish this little bit, and then Plague Doctor is going to be put away, and there's still going to be so much left of him to do. It just, realistically, I just need to devote like some actual time to this one, because it is so confetti heavy. Whenever your brain is like unable to concentrate, I can't do confetti heavy things. So that's where I'm at with Plague Doctor. He's not gonna get the attention that I wanted him to get, but I will be able to make my whip 2 pages lighter, I'm hoping. So that's where he's gonna end up being. This is gonna be complete, and a little bit is going to be down here, and then there's going to be all of the rest of him. So he's going to be, hopefully, I hope he'll get finished next year, because I really want to see him done, because he's just too awesome to not be done. That's the other thing. I FFO'd like 3 things last week or the week before, and I haven't showed them. I'll show them next week, because they're kind of put up right now because of people coming. So I'll show the FFOs next week. Okay, I also finished the Brenda Gervais Spirits and Spells. So this is my little witch all finished. And I don't know how I want to finish her. I kind of want to make her like a little pillow, but I don't want to make her like a rounded pillow. I I kind of want to make her like a square, but I don't know if that would look weird. I don't know. I haven't decided yet how I want to finish her, but she is finished. And it's really fun because I got to use some of my own dyed thread for this jack-o'-lantern and some of the little baby pumpkins. And I think the variegation on them is pretty good. Here's one that it's nice. I like it. It was a really good color for this fabric, which is like this dirty rosy color. So you can kind of see like that one right there is one of, it was my thread. This guy is my thread. So yeah, so she's done and I'm so excited to do the rest of the series. And again, I really hope that she comes out with more of them. And something that I feel so silly that I never really realized. I mean, like, I realized that the person was in the same spot and that they were all circles, but all of the swirls in all of her patterns of this series are in the exact same spots. It's just like the adornments on them that are different. So literally, like in the Santa, this swirl is right here, this swirl's right here, this swirl's right here. The snowman, the peep. I think I keep on calling it a peep because it is a chick, but also because the pattern's called here a peep, there a peep. Whatever. Anyways, so that is done, which is really exciting. And then also Halloween rules. And so just a reminder, I am doing them in a different order than what is called for, which means some of the boxes got messed up. So I'm just doing the top and bottom border, and I'm tempted, honestly, to make all of the in-between borders the straw color, the 738, just because it's so neutral and not heavily in the pattern itself. I think it would kind of be cool to make all of the lines the same color. Again, my brain just thinks in a logical sense majority of the time. So that just is what makes sense to me. But this is how far I got. So I did have to convert some of the colors. And whenever I say convert in this instance, like I think this called for 782 and I went with 783. Or maybe it's reversed of that. Maybe it calls for 7. I don't remember. It's right here. Yeah, it calls for 783 and I went with 782. So it's a little bit deeper, I think. And so there's a couple of those that are like that where I picked like the one up or one down. And then there's one that there's two that I just totally went rogue. And I completely changed these tombstones. I didn't like them as the baby blue. They just didn't look realistic enough for me. And they kind of really blended in with my background fabric. So I might have to change that blue color whenever I get to a pattern that uses it, that I don't want to change it. And it's right here, so I'll show you. It's just, it blends in so well. So, I don't know how much like color payoff. I don't want it to like blend so good in with the pattern that like you can't see what it was supposed to be. So I think it would just depend. But anyways, so this is now done. I did not do the bottom line, but I'm okay with that. But yeah, I really kind of like this harvest color look to be the in-between for all of them. I just think it's neutral enough that it sets it kind of like apart, and I really like that. So yeah, I'm going to finish up this Plague Doctor in between doing some of these different things that I need to do to get ready for my party today. And then tomorrow I'm definitely starting Yellow Submarine, and those of y'all that have started it and have like tagged me in some photos or I've seen them, it looks so good. Oh my gosh. I love seeing like if you changed any of the colors or the different fabrics. It's all so beautiful, and I cannot wait to start mine. Like I said, or have said many times, like this is one of my favorite patterns out of the 6-part series. I love the Beatles, so I love all of them, and I love almost their entire anthology of music, and but Yellow Submarine has just this really special place in my heart because it was an inside joke with my entire marching band. And I don't know if any other marching band had the inside joke, but whenever you go on a lot of trips together and stuff like that, and you're on a lot of buses, it just becomes an inside joke that you're all traveling on the Yellow Submarine, a yellow school bus. And we would literally always sing that at the beginning of almost every trip. Even if we weren't on a school bus, we would still do it because I don't know. It was just a thing. It was a thing that was already a thing whenever we were freshmen, and it just stayed a thing. And so, you know, it's already one of the, you know, it's already just a fantastic song, but then you add like that little anecdote to it, and it just makes it even more special. And so that's kind of what it is for me. And so this is like, I loved Strawberry Fields because that's one of my favorite songs personally, and it's so beautiful with all the reds and the blues, but Yellow Submarine specifically just has a place in my heart. So I'm really excited to get that started, and doing it for my birthday, it just makes me so happy. So I'm going to start that tomorrow night after all my friends leave, and then after my dad comes up and Jackie comes and we hang out for a little bit. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow night to kind of like decompress. And I'm going to work on that through the end of October. And I finished Strawberry Fields in about 5 to 6 days. So I'm hoping that by Friday I am done with Yellow Sub, because I really feel like I'm just going to like book it on it. But also, who knows? But my goal is to have it done by the end of next weekend for sure, because I want to start it and finish it. That's how excited I am about it. And then I'm going to finish my cousin's Christmas gift because I have to, because I'm going there sooner than later, literally. And like I'm down to, I leave in like 3 weeks. So I have to get that done so we can FFO it. And then I really want to finish my other friend's present. So those are going to be kind of like my next 2 like focus finishes. And then I kind of want to start a selfish, I want to start a selfish stitch. And then I may get like a jump on Christmas stitching. Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, that's what I've been working on this week. I know it's not a whole lot. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but work has literally just been nothing but meetings and been going crazy, and trainings, and not teaching them, taking them. And so our like lunch schedules have been really off, and like I would come home and I would be so tired, and sometimes take a small nap, and then I would have to like get some stuff done around the house. So I didn't want to make everything like fall on Friday night and today. So I've been doing a little bit every night, which means less stitching. So it took me longer to finish Rules, which means I did finish her in one night though. But which meant that I started her on a different, or finished her on a different day that I intended, which means I started Play Doctor late, and this whole page is just so confetti heavy. And so it's just been kind of like a spiral. So I'm not disappointed in the progress that I've made. I do have a finish, right? And I do have 2 out of 12 rules finished, which is really good progress in my mind. And I'm at least going to be able to take 2 pages out of my packet for Plague Doctor. So, I mean, in the end, it's a win. Is it where I wanted to be? No, but that's just life, right? So, anyways, that is this week. And now I'm just rambling because I'm still so tired. And I have a long to-do list. It's not really long. It's like 5 things. But, it's more than what I wanted to do. So anyways, now I'm literally rambling. I really hope that next week's video is a little bit more coherent and less all over the place, and I will try to remember to show the digital patterns next week, and also my FFOs next week, because I do have 3 and I'm hoping for a 4th. So anyways, I will see y'all next week, and y'all have a great weekend and stitching week. And yeah, if y'all are working on the Yellow Submarine with me for my birthday, don't forget to tag me on Instagram, because I really, really, really love seeing them. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.